This is the 5th generation Forester, Subaru's tall, wagon-esque entry for the compact SUV segment. If you're struggling to distinguish it from the 4th generation, that's okay.
Trust me, whatever it looks like, this is the best Forester yet.
To start, it's bigger in the right places. The wheelbase has grown versus the 4th generation, improving rear seat legroom. The cargo area is also larger with a wider opening for easy load-in, and there's lots of space for gear and back, especially if you fill it to the roof.
Adding to the cargo area's usability are underfloor bins, these handy little cargo nooks, and low-effort seat releases. Down you go! Timber, Mr. Seats! Yes, I name my seats.
For smaller items, there are cozy door bins, a decently sized center console area, side-by-side cup holders with a removable divider, and a phone den with adjacent USB port. On the safety front, all Foresters include 7 airbags and EyeSight, Subaru's driver assistance suite that bundles forward collision warning, lane departure warning, and lane keep assist. Despite a cornucopia of generational improvements, the core attributes that Forester fans adore remain, most notably its huge windows.
The view out is like peering from a fishbowl, or a 1976 AMC Pacer.
Naturally, the tall roof yields outstanding headroom, even in the middle spot. Headroom is even greater without the moonroof. Keeping backseat passengers happy are spacious quarters and reclining seatbacks, along with optional USB ports and seat heaters. In front, seat comfort is excellent. The driving position feels natural and commanding, and the armrests are yielding enough that I won't demand more padding.
But I will mention that the inboard armrest is a touch lower than the outboard, and I'm a man who likes symmetry in his armrests. Though I'm okay with asymmetry in my Millennium Falcons and my Fighting Crabs, the one big claw, that's totally cool.
Look elsewhere, and you'll spot plenty of soft materials, visors tall enough to block the sun's relentless rays, multi-slot map pockets on the front seatbacks, and look, trim inspired by every sci-fi movie force field you've ever seen. In least expensive guys, the Forester is competitively priced at slightly more than $25,000, including destination charges. For that sum, you get 2 USB ports, automatic climate control, LED headlights, an auto up-down driver's window, and a Starlink infotainment system with straightforward functionality, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration, and a vivid 6.5 or optional 8-inch touchscreen. Similarly, the interior is filled with controls so intuitive, even automotive journalists can figure them out. Wow. Okay, 2 complaints. These buttons are hidden from the driver's view, and controlling the gauge cluster and dash-mounted information screens with these steering wheel controls is genuinely confusing. For tweaking throttle behavior, the driver has 2 Subaru Intelligent Drive settings, but if you want Subaru's off-road-oriented X mode with hill descent control, you'll have to move up to the $2,400 pricier premium trim. Beyond elevated off-road competence, that price premium buys a 10-way power driver's seat with power lumbar support, a panoramic moonroof, and rear seat vents.
Though really, shouldn't those be standard?
A big part of the Forester's winning equation is its road manners. You know, it drives like a car, but it's really an SUV kind of thing. That's more or less true.
With a smooth ride and unsurpassed visibility, the Subaru Forester is a joy to drive, even if there is a fair bit of wind noise at higher speeds.
When the road curves, steering inputs are met with predictable, if not thrilling, reactions from the chassis. With reassuring brake feel and composed handling, you'll feel confident trekking up and down the mountain.
How did I know you'd be driving your Forester to the mountain? Let's call it car reviewer's intuition.
In the powertrain department, we have a 2.5-liter horizontally opposed 4-cylinder engine teamed with a continuously variable transmission, offering driver-selectable ratios. No surprises here, but the Forester's CVT is not our favorite way to shuttle power from an engine.
When you need to pick up the pace, the CVT reacts quickly, building revs without delay. But power delivery is rubbery and halting as the CVT attempts to emulate the gear changes of a traditional automatic.
Ultimately, full throttle generates reasonable, if not neck-snapping thrust. For those who plan to tow, standard trailer stability assist helps keep the load in line, just keep that load below the Forester's modest 1,500-pound limit. Further down the powertrain flowchart, we find Subaru's standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. which features brake-based torque vectoring abilities. Blending all-wheel traction and 8.7 inches of ground clearance, the Subaru Forester is more SUV than many SUVs. On that note, for an all-wheel drive box on wheels, fuel economy is good. Supporting that economy is a standard automatic engine start-stop feature.
The system saves fuel when the vehicle would otherwise be idling, but restarts result in a pronounced shake. The off button is just to the left of the steering wheel.
Ascend the Forester's trim ladder and you can add features like smart entry with push-button start, blind spot warning, a height memory power tailgate, reverse automatic braking, and heated seats. For added visual panache, consider the Sport trim. Its sub-$30,000 asking price includes a range of niceties along with black exterior trim, 18-inch wheels, a roof spoiler, and sweet orange accents throughout. Choose the top-of-the-line Touring trim with its lovely brown leather upholstery, and you're looking at an MSRP of $35,000 or so. Reserved exclusively for the Touring trim is Driver Focus, a system that uses facial recognition software and a near-infrared camera to monitor the driver's head position and eyes, alerting them if they're drowsy or distracted.
Fighting driver distraction is a laudable goal, but in order for driver focus to work properly, you have to go through a registration process that only the most conscientious of drivers will ever undertake. Yes, I will scan myself. I don't know if the people who are willing to do that are also tweeting behind the wheel. And I'm being scanned. Welcome, blank.
Before plunking down hard-won cash on a Subaru Forester, it's wise to at least consider alternatives like the reliable Toyota RAV4, easygoing Honda CR-V, joyful Mazda CX-5, and practical Chevy Equinox. Even amid stout competition like this, the Forester remains a special SUV wagon kind of thing.
It's roomy and distinct with a can-do spirit. The latest iteration should satisfy longtime Forester fans while tempting new converts to the cult of Subaru. And I mean cult in the best way possible. What are you still doing here? This video's over. Get out of here. Go. Beat it. I'll see you at the Subaru meetings.